Hello students. In today's session, we will be seeing the implementation of Macaulay-Pitts neuron model, that is MP neuron model for different Boolean functions. So before we begin, let me first show you the different logic gates or Boolean functions that are available. So we have got logic gates broadly classified into three types: basic logic gates, universal logic gates, and other logic gates. Your basic logic gates, we have got AND gate, NOT gate, OR gate. Universal logic gates, NAND gate, NOR gate, and other logic gates include XOR gate and XNOR gate. We will be implementing Macaulay-Pitts neuron model for AND gate. So let's start implementation of Macaulay-Pitts model for AND gate. Alright, so this is basically the truth table for your AND gate, where we consider two inputs A and B, or we can consider them as X1 and X2, and we have got the output which can be denoted as Y. So we can see under AND gate there are four possibilities when we consider two inputs X1 and X2, that is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1, and only when both the inputs are 1, then only the output is 1. So here in this case, 0 indicates that the neuron doesn't fire. So when both the inputs are 0 or either of the inputs is 0, the output is 0, which indicates the neuron doesn't fire. Whereas when both the inputs are 1, the output is 1, which indicates that a neuron fires. Alright, so we'll try to implement AND function using Macaulay-Pitts neuron, where we are using binary data. So the first step what we have to do over here is we assume weights. Okay, so basically we have got two inputs, so we will be considering two weights, W1 and W2. Now our weights can be inhibitory or excitatory. Our weights can be inhibitory or they could be excitatory. Now inhibitory weights, okay, are weights which are basically negative in nature. Okay, so inhibitory weights are negative, whereas excitatory weights are positive weights. So we basically consider the first case where both the weights are excitatory. That is, both the weights are 1. So now in this case, what is going to happen is we have got two inputs, x1 and x2. So we will be multiplying each of these inputs with the weights. So what it is going to be over here, the formula is basically your x1 with your weight 1 plus x2 with your weight 2, and we will find out the answer. So my x1 value is 0, my weight 1 is 1, x2 value is 0, my weight 2 is 1. So here in this case, my answer is equal to 0. Now we consider the second instance where my input is 1, weight is 1, my input is 0 and weight is 1. So here in this case, I basically get my answer to be equal to 1. The third step is my input is 0, weight is 1, my input is 1 and weight is also 1. So here in this case, my answer is equal to 1. Whereas the last instance where my input is 1, my weight is 1, my input is 1 and my weight is 1, so my answer is 2. So as we see in AND gate, when both the inputs are 1, then only my neuron fires. So basically, this is the condition which gets satisfied. When my inputs are 1, that time only my output is 1. So we basically check for this particular instance. And what is the output in this case? It is equal to 2. So any value which is greater than equal to 2 indicates that my neuron will fire, and any value less than 2 indicates that my neuron will not fire. So here in this case, the thresholding or the threshold theta is equal to 2. Alright, but we need to check for the other cases also. So we consider the second case, case 2, where we consider one of the weights to be excitatory and the other weights to be inhibitory. So in that case, we get our result as 0, -1, 1 and 0. For the inputs 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Now we are checking out for this particular record. So this 0 is not greater than the remaining 3. So for this particular case, the neuron will not fire when we consider the weights to be 1 and -1. When we consider case 3, where we consider W1 to be -1 and W2 to be 1. So in this case, basically we get the output as 0, 1, -1 and 0. In a similar manner, when we check for the output, this 0 is not greater than the remaining 3. So this case is also not considered where a neuron will fire when the weights are -1 and 1. We consider case 4 where W1 is -1 and W2 is also equal to -1. That is, both the weights are inhibitory. So in that case, the output we receive is 0, -1, -1 and -2. In this case also, the last record is not greater than the remaining 3 records. So the neuron is not going to fire when we consider both the weights to be inhibitory, that is -1. So from cases 1, 2, 3 and 4, case 1 holds true where a neuron fires when the value of theta, that is the threshold, is equal to 2 or greater than equal to 2. So when we write down the value in mathematical form, it is written as y is equal to, y is the output, is equal to f of yn, which is nothing but the activation function. Okay, a neuron will not fire, that is 0, when your y in, that is your function, is less than theta. So theta is how much? 2. Whereas a neuron will fire when your yn, that is your activation function, is greater than equal to theta, and theta is equal to 2 in this case. So this is how we mathematically express Macaulay-Pitts model for AND gate. Now how we will draw the model for AND gate? It's basically having two inputs, x1 and x2, and we have the output which is denoted by y. These are the two inputs which are connected to y, and the weights are W1, for which case when both the inputs are excitatory, and W2 is equal to 1. So this is the first step, that we need to include all the 4 cases. We need to write it mathematically and finally draw the MP model, Macaulay-Pitts model. Thank you, students.